Hello, everybody. Good morning from Abu Dhabi. My name is Mrs. Shanahan, Mrs. Emma Shanahan. I'm principal at Aspen Heights British School, and it's lovely to see so many of you here today. I can see someone called Zam, Connor. Mr. Harding is here from Aspen. Class 2SA. Hello, Miss Simmons. Hello, Miss Biles, Miss Griffiths, Miss Collins, Miss Badman, Mr. Larry, Goodall class. It's really interesting seeing all the different names of people's classes. Grade 2D, the Hamilton International School. Miss Clark, grade 1 are here. It's so wonderful to see you all. Ready? Have you been busy counting your words? Honestly, in addition to reading, we're improving our counting skills here at Aspen, which is great. Counting and estimating skills is another skill that we're learning. We're learning during this reading week, but it's really exciting to have so many different authors. And this week, I'm particularly proud for two reasons. One, Mrs. Fishbourne invited me to introduce the author, which I love doing. And secondly, the author this week is one of our own, from a teacher from Aspen Heights British School, Mrs. Maria Georgiou. And Miss Georgiou will tell you all about how she wrote this book and where she wrote it, and the illustrations and where the initial idea came to her. But you know, Mrs. Georgiou has really inspired a lot of our children to be writers, but also she inspired me to be a writer, and Mrs. Fishbourne, because Mrs. Fishbourne and myself spent one holiday writing some books all about learning animals. So we haven't quite got the illustrations done as we'd hoped we would this summer, but we wrote 4 books. They're not as proficient as Mrs. Georgiou's books. They're a little bit, they're sort of a cross between I don't know, an Enid Blyton book and something else, and a Biff and Chip book. So they're not great literature, but it really, yeah, you inspired me, Mrs. Georgiou, to give it a go, because it's the only way you're going to get better is by trying. So thank you for inspiring me. So I would like to now, I think we've got a few more people joined. So I would like to now hand over to Mrs. Georgiou from Aspen Heights. And first of all, before you talk about your book, I'd like you to tell me which room you're hiding in, because we're in the same building and I can't recognize where you are.
Hi, thank you, Emma. Thank you for the introduction, and congratulations on writing your book. I'm hiding in the counselor room.
So yes, I remember the mirror now. Yeah. The mirror.
Yeah.
I'm sure, because for your personal check-in, you should be feeling, when you look in the mirror, you should be feeling really proud, because to come and read your own book to all of these students from all over the Middle East, to inspire them during the ISP Reading Challenge week, is a real achievement. So well done and thank you. So over to you to tell us all about how you came up with the book and the title and the story of your writing journey.
Thank you. Okay, hi everybody. My name's Maria Georgiou, and I wrote a book and illustrated a book called Bibby Mcgee, which I'm going to read to you in a second. So this story actually came to me while I was traveling in South America, and the picture, the image of Bibby Mcgee, almost like just popped out at me, and I was thinking, this is a weird looking person. And then the storyline, I'm just me, came to my head, and then I thought of words that rhymed with me, and Bibby Mcgee just popped up. So there was no real like rhyme or reason to it, but it just came to me, and I invented the story in South America. And then I moved to Thailand with my husband, and I began writing the story, so on the computer at first, and then we moved to Abu Dhabi, and I illustrated the story in Abu Dhabi. So I learned how to to draw and illustrate on a computer for the first time. And a few months later, this book was born. So that's the story of him. It's really special to me. It provides a really special message, and I hope that you would enjoy it as much as what I did writing it. So, sorry, Miss.
I've got a question. Which software did you use to do your illustrations on? Because that could help me, because when I first started thinking about illustrating my own book, I thought I could maybe crochet one of the animals and then photograph them, but I tried it and it didn't look very good. So
I think a great idea though.
Thank you. But maybe some sort of multimedia, but how did you do it on the computer? Which software did you use?
So initially I hand drew the pictures and then scanned them in, and then I went on to an app called Procreate, which is on the iPad. Okay. So I did the app called Procreate and then hand drew on there and pasted it in that way. But I also began using Photoshop, so that's something that you could use as well if you're interested in that. So
I'm sure you're going to inspire lots of authors now, and I might try adapting my crochet animals.
It's a great idea. Okay, guys, so we're ready for this story. I'm going to read to you Bibby Mcgee. Okay. There was once a strange creature. Nobody knew what it was. It looked a bit funny, you see. It didn't look like anybody else. His name was Bibby Mcgee. Bibby was as happy and kind as anybody could be. He would smile and wave to all that passed, but others were not so friendly. People gathered from far and from near, answers to the questions they wanted to hear. Are you a snowman? They asked one day. Your face and your body around. Would you be ice cold if we touched you? Were you made out here on the ground? Oh no, not I, said Bibby Mcgee. I am simply all that I can be. I am proud to be who I am. I'm just me, Bibby Mcgee. But the crowd were not satisfied with the reply, and further they began to fry. Perhaps you're a ghost, they replied. Your skin is as white as snow. Please tell us, Bibby Mcgee. We really would like to know. Oh no, not I, repeated Bibby Mcgee. I am simply all that I can be. There's no one else like me in this world. I'm proud to be the only me. Bibby's responses were simply ignored. The crowd grew larger and wanted more. You wear a cape and you give us a fright. Maybe you're a vampire, awake at night. The moon, the stars, a polar bear, they cried. Every answer they had was immediately denied. Bibby Mcgee began to feel sad, but he knew just what to do. He plucked up the courage to say out loud, listen to me, I will tell you. I am different, it's true. I do not look like you. I certainly stand out from the crowd. But it's the differences I have, all the things that are me, that make me feel happy and proud. My differences make me special. My differences make me unique. It's what's inside that's truly important. It should be kindness that you seek. Whether you have wonky teeth or a long nose, an enormous bottom or hairy toes, brown skin, pink skin, yellow or blue, it really doesn't matter as long as you're you. With one last hope that he could change the way the crowd would see, he said in his loudest possible voice, I am what I am, I'm all I can be. And it makes me very happy that all I am is me. There was a stunned silence. Nobody knew what to say. Then one tiny voice shouted out from the crowd, "Hip, hip, hooray!" The crowd erupted into applause, for at last they could see how wonderful it was for someone to say, "I'm so happy to be me." Okay, guys, that was my story. So what I want you to do before we ask any questions is I just want everyone to close your eyes. And I want you to think about something that makes you happy to be you, something that you are proud of. So something inside or outside that makes you proud of being who you are. So I'll go for what I'm proud of. I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm proud that my family are from Cyprus, and I'm proud of their culture. I'm proud that I was able to write a book. I'm proud that I'm a teacher. I'm proud that I am myself. Mrs. Shanahan, do you want to say anything that you're proud of?
Yes, thank you. Maybe people could type in the chat box what they're proud of, so I can read some of them out. So yeah, I was just thinking what I'm really proud of, that I'm quite thoughtful and I remember things that and I try and be helpful. I think that's something that makes me proud and happy. I'm also really proud that I'm nearly a yoga teacher, as well as just being a teacher. I'm nearly a yoga teacher, so that's something I'm really proud of. Let's see if anyone's popped in the chat box. Oh, there's no messages here yet. Oh, Jack in 2SA is proud that he is super strong. You must do lots of exercise, Jack, to be super strong, and eat lots of healthy food. Isabel in 2ES is proud to be her, and you have a great name as well. In fact, and Jack, you have a great name as well. My eldest son's name is Jack. Anyone else? So Isa is proud that he completed all his Lego. You never grow out of Lego. I have a household and all of my house love Lego. I've got a 21-year-old son, an 18-year-old son, and a 17-year-old son. And my 17-year-old son, for his 17th birthday, got Yoda Lego. You never grow out of it. Anyone else, what they're proud of? Miss Sheetal, what are you proud of?
I am proud that I am a mom of two. I'm proud that I am a dancer. I am proud to be here with all of you today, because I think it's inspiring to hear what everybody else is proud of, as well as being with some pretty remarkable people, the authors that we've had an opportunity to meet.
Excellent. What sort of dancing do you do, Miss Sheetal?
I do lots of dancing, but currently I'm training in Indian classical dance.
How exciting. Lean is proud that she has lots of friends, and Amo is proud of her drawing. Is that how? Sorry if I've pronounced your name wrong. And so Mr. Lowry's class are proud of reading a whole book, being really patient. That's something to be really proud of. Being able to listen to the fun books, being smart and kind, being a fisherman. Wow, that's a really, you should be really proud, especially if you can catch some fish for your dinner. Nasser is proud that he has a strong dad. He must maybe do some exercise with Jack, does he? Being nice and strong. Anyone else proud of being being unique. Khaled is proud that he is himself. Wafa is proud of her drawing, and Imran is proud of his name. That's a lovely thing to be proud of. Leon is proud that he has a short name. Do you know, I think names with 4 letters are great. My name's Emma, and it's a balanced name, isn't it? Huda is proud of the hard work she does during the day in school, and Ali is proud of being creative. In fact, that's something I'm really proud of. I think I really like being creative, and you can be creative in lots of different ways. We've been really creative with our PCR testing today at Aspen Heights. We're PCR testing every child under 12, and we've had to be really creative problem solvers in how we're doing this. Omar is proud of his family and how much they love each other. What a beautiful thing to be proud of. Alia in 2ES is proud of how well she can read. Excellent, keep counting those words, Alia. Jaden is proud that he has food and a mum and dad, and Rabia is proud of her writing. Really, really good things to be proud of.
That's amazing. Thank you, everybody, for all of that. So the message for Bibby is that it's not what's on the outside that's important, it's what's on the inside. It's being proud of who you are, being kind to others. So I just want to have a go at saying some affirmations here. So I'm going to say some positive phrases, and I want you to copy what I'm saying. Okay, can everybody do that?
Okay, I just say Ariam is proud of her sister growing. I'm sure she's looking up to you, Ariam. And Mrs. Rockwell's class is proud when they are honest, kind, and they have a great family. Super, but now we're going to do some affirmations.
Okay, all right, so repeat after me. I am kind.
I am kind.
I am brave.
I am brave.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am happy.
I'm happy.
I am loved.
I'm loved.
I am special.
I am special.
Okay, well done, everyone. And I have to say, I got a lot of those from this affirmation mirror here from this reader's room. So if you have a go at saying those kind of things to yourself every day, it will make you feel that little bit more kind, more special, more brave.
Yeah, it really does work, actually, even though I did feel a bit foolish initially when I was there talking to myself and hoping everybody else was joining in with the affirmations. Yeah, it does make you feel good if you say nice things to yourself, because I think sometimes we're quite good at saying positive things to other people and nice things to other people, like, oh, I like your haircut, or you got a new bag, or that was a really good thing to do. We're good at saying it to other people, but we're rubbish at saying it to ourselves, and we should say it to ourselves. So sometimes I like to think, if I'm struggling with something, I like to think, what would I tell a friend who was struggling with this, or what would I tell a friend who is feeling like this? And I'm actually a lot nicer to myself when I pretend that I'm my friend, not me. You know what I mean? Gassan is proud that he can play the piano, and Thago is proud of his mum. That's a great thing to be proud of. It's really lovely to be proud of your family. So has anyone got any questions they'd like to ask our author in residence at Aspen Heights, Maria Georgiou? So we heard that she initially thought of the idea when she was, were you traveling in South America or living in South America?
I was traveling in South America.
Traveling. So that's why it's really important to have holidays, because then you can open your mind to lots of creativity. So this idea popped into your head when you were traveling, you wrote the book when you were living in Thailand, and then you illustrated the book here in Abu Dhabi. But has anybody else got any questions that they'd like to ask Miss Georgiou? Oh, Luke in 2ES, how long did it take you to write the book?
Thank you for your question, Luke. So as an author, you had to do a couple of different tracks. So I wrote the book probably in a week or two, but then I kept on revisiting it, changing it, upgrading it, updating it. So it probably took me maybe 2 months to finish writing the story, and then probably about 6 months to do all of the illustrations from start to finish. Thank you for your question.
So NASA in 2ZA asks, how did you become an author?
Thank you for your question. Okay, so I'm what's called a self-published author. So after I wrote and illustrated the book, what I then did is that I applied to be on Amazon. So Amazon KDP, it's called, and they check through the book for you and they publish it for you, and that's how I became an author. So Amazon helped me.
Yeah. So I think the first thing is you just got to write. Just do it.
You just got it right.
You just got to do it and be brave. And our affirmation said that we were very brave. So we can all do that. So Imran wants to know why and how you chose the name Bibby Mcgee.
So the name Bibby Mcgee is something that just popped into my head as I was trying to think of a rhyming word for I'm proud to be me. So I thought me, Mcgee, and then I'm not actually sure where Bibby came from. It's just something that I thought was super cute and I really liked, and he just came.
So Mr. Lowry's class says, is there going to be a second book because we like it?
Yes, I've had that question. There isn't one yet, but Bibby, I'm sure, will go on a lot more adventures and we'll write some more stories.
You need another holiday. That's what you need, to inspire you. You need some mental space so you can absorb all that creativity. And Jack in class 2SA, Manvit wants to know, why did you choose to write this story?
Yeah, the story itself is quite an important message for me. So something that I've grown up believing that it's not what's on the outside that's important, it's what's on the inside. It's showing kindness, it's who you are as a person, not what you look like. So that's why the story is so special and important, and why I wanted to write the story.
And Jack wants to know what sort of animal Bibby Mcgee is.
Well, Bibby Mcgee isn't actually an animal. He isn't anything. He's just the way he is. So
it's unique.
He's unique. There's no label for him. He's just the way he is. He's just what he is.
And Leon wants to know, how did you draw the pictures?
So I started handwriting, like hand drawing the pictures myself. So I just practiced. I did a few different drafts of the pictures. I changed bits here and there if I wasn't happy with them. And then I uploaded them onto my computer and painted them onto the computer. So
they were just pen and ink drawings at first?
Yeah, initially, yeah. And then some of them were just completely drawn on the computer.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So I'm actually doing some research now. I'm not just asking questions. I'm like, and Manvit wants to know, how many books did you write?
This is my first and only one right now, but I have lots of books written on my computer. I just need to get it to its final format.
And Mila wants to know what age you were when you started writing the book. Ha ha.
A year younger than what I am now.
Good question.
But I started writing books, guys, when I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. I was very young when I started writing stories. I've always loved reading stories and writing them. And I probably have 200 stories that I wrote when I was a child in my mum's house in the loft somewhere. So I'll have to dig them out too.
And Arid wants to know, did any of your friends help you write this book, Aris?
No, I was all by myself. But I did get lots of inspiration from my friends and how kind they are. Yeah,
I think everything is, what you experience shapes what you write, doesn't it? And shapes what you think. So yes, you've obviously had lots of kind, accepting people in your life to be able to write such a great book. Has anyone got any other questions for Mrs. Georgiou? This is a good question. What do you think Bibby Mcgee likes to eat? And how old is he? Or is he a he? He is a he, isn't he?
He is a he.
He is a he.
Yeah. Let's throw that question back. What do you think Bibby Mcgee likes to eat?
I think because he's white, I just imagine that he'd like ice cream.
I'm sure he loves ice cream. Yeah, I think he's a big fan of ice cream.
Yeah, but maybe not, because I just think if he ate something like pasta, it might get all messy. It's like nice white cake. Has anyone else got any ideas about what Bibby Mcgee likes to eat? Mr. Larry's class asks, what are you most proud of regarding the book?
I'm proud that it is a book, that it's something that I created, that I drew, that I wrote, and that I can hold it in my hands.
And Maria wants to know what your favourite colour is.
That's a great question. I think I change my mind all the time, but my current favourite colour is yellow because it's just so bright and beautiful and reminds me of the sun. And I love the sun.
And Wafa wants to know how you came up with the ideas for the story.
So it's just a message that's been important to me. The story came to my head while I was traveling, and it just went from there, just an idea.
What's really impressive, I think, is that you had an idea and then you put it into action, because ideas that don't come into action are just thoughts and they just sit there bubbling away, but you actually were inspired to action it. So that's really, really impressive. Any other questions? Do you know any other authors, Miss Georgiou?
I do, yeah. So I actually, as I was writing my story, there's another teacher friend of mine that I worked with in Thailand that was also writing her story, and we just happened to talk about our stories at the same time. And she became a very good friend, and we share ideas. And since becoming an author, I've spoken to a lot more authors, and it's really just interesting and exciting to be friends and to get their ideas too.
Just to be involved in a really creative community. That's lovely. So Year 3 Mercury said, we enjoyed the story, thanks. And we certainly have enjoyed the story. I've really enjoyed seeing all of you today. It's been great to see so many people joining in and taking part in this reading challenge. I'm sure you can count some of these words in your total. So I think that's probably about another, how many words do you think? 100 words?
Yeah,
a bit more?
Say 200.
200. You could add 200 onto your totals, or done. And I might, maybe we'll replay this a few times so Aspen can get more words in their reading challenge. And so I'm going to say goodbye from Aspen Heights, and thank you ever so much for joining in. Miss Sheetal, do you want to say anything? No. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Mr. Larry.